Genesis 44. Joseph tests his brothers. Joseph gave commands to his household manager. Fill these men's sack with as much food as they will hold, and put each man's silver at the top of the sack. Put my cup, the silver cup, on top of the youngest brother's sack, together with the silver for his grain. So he did just as Joseph told him to do. At dawn, the men and their donkeys were sent off. They had left the city, but had not gone far, when Joseph said to his household manager, "Get ready, go after the men, catch up with them. Ask them, why have you repaid my hospitality with ingratitude? Isn't this cup my master drinks from and uses to discover God's plans? What have you done is despicable." When he caught up to them, he repeated these words. They replied, "Why does my master talk to us like this? The servants would never do such a thing. The silver that we found at the top of our sacks, we just brought back to you from the land of Canaan. We didn't steal silver or gold from your master's house. Whoever of your servants is found with it will be put to death and will be my master's slaves." Verse 10. He said, "Fine. We'll do just what you said. Whoever is found with it will be my slave, and the rest will go free." Everyone quickly lowered their sacks to the ground, and each opened his sack. He searched the oldest first, and the youngest last. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. At this, they tore their clothing. Then everyone loaded their donkeys, and they returned to the city. When Judah and his brothers returned to Joseph's house, he was still there, and they fell to the ground in front of him. Joseph said to them, "What have you done? Didn't you know someone like me can discover God's plan?" Judah replied, "What can we say to my master? What words can we use? How can we prove we are innocent? God found your servants guilty. We are now your slave, all of us, including the one who found the cup." Joseph said, "I'd never do such a thing. Only the man found with the cup will be my slave. The rest of you will go free back to your father." Verse 18. Judah approached him and said, "Please, my master, allow your servant to say something to my master without getting angry. With your servant, since you are like Pharaoh himself." My master asked his servants, "Do you have a father or brother?" And we said to my master, "Yes, we have an elderly father and a young brother, born when he was old. His brother is dead, and his mother only child. But his father loves him. You told your servants, 'Bring him down to me, so I can see him.' And we said to my master, 'The young man can't leave his father. If he leaves, his father will die.' You said to your servant, 'If your youngest brother doesn't come down with you, you will never see my face again.' When we went back to my father, your servant, we told him what you said. Our father told us, 'Go back and buy us a little food.' But we said, 'We can't go down. We will go down only if our youngest brother is with us. We won't be able to gain an audience with the man without our youngest brother with us.' Your servant, my father, said to us, 'You know that my wife gave birth to 2 sons for me. One disappeared, and I said, he must have been torn by a wild animal, and I haven't seen him since.'" Verse 29. "And if you take this one from me too, something terrible will happen to him, and you will send me, old as I am, to my grave in despair. When I now go back to your servant, my father, without the young man, whose life is bound up with his, and when He sees the young man isn't with us. He will die, and your servant will have sent our father, your servant, as old as he is, to his grave in grief. Verse 32. I, your servant, guarantee the young man's safety to my father, telling him, if I don't bring him back to you, it will be my fault forever. Now please let your servant stay as your slave instead of the young man, so that he can go back with his brother. How can I go back to my father without the young man? I could not bear to see how badly my father would be hurt. Thank you for listening to this chapter. And remember to smile. God bless.